Why Bharatanatyam? I've been asked this question so many times, in India as well as in Europe. How come did you get interested in Bharatanatyam? Why did you pick it up? In college, I studied literature with a particular interest in poetry. It was at that time that I first felt a connection between dance and poetry, and I started to see dance as the poetry of the body. And I started to feel the need to express my feelings, my thoughts, my perception of the world through movement. While seeing Bharatanatyam performances and approaching the dance form, something immediately made sense for me at a very deep level. My soul somehow felt washed and cleansed at every practice session by the sweat and by this beautiful gesture we do daily of touching the ground, letting go all the things we suppose we already know and surrender to a higher energy, to the earth, to the universe, to the knowledge of the teacher. In summer 2006, I went to Dance India summer camp in Manchester, and there I met this wonderful teacher, Anusha Subramaniam, who inspired me so much and filled me with a desire to go to Chennai for training. Despite all the difficulties of meeting a completely different country and culture, I got totally fascinated by the experience. And something inside me decided that was going to be a never-ending journey. I think this incredible feeling of oneness I can always experience when I'm there is what deeply fulfills my search. This feeling that each and every aspect of reality can be embraced and has its place. The deities can be fearful and caring at the very same time. Aspects that apparently are opposites and separated somehow find a way of coexistence. This harmony and balance between opposites is what I find so fascinating in Bharatanatyam as well. Keeping together melody and rhythm, the expression of feelings and the rigor of the form, power and softness, strength and grace. Bharatanatyam teaches me the possibility to find balance between the inside and the outside, between my inner world, my personal experience, and a codified tradition and aesthetic, between grammar and imagination, between losing and holding myself. This possibility of becoming a very different being, a tree, an animal, the flow of a river, a child, a young girl, a man, even a deity. The dancer body can become a temple that resonates with universal energy. The dancer becomes the deity and the devotee amazed by the vision of God at the same time, and for an instant, an infinite energy and a tiny little one meet and melt, becoming one. The desire to experiment this feeling of oneness once again in front of an audience is what sustained my search in this dance form and gives me the strength to go through all the obstacles of my journey. During my years of training in London with Anusha Subramaniam, I had many chances to perform in different contests, from primary schools to parks, museums, even travel fairs. Anusha has this powerful vision that embraces every being and every place with love, creativity, and freedom. I gave my ISTD vocational exams under her tutelage. I attended Dance India Summer School, organized in Manchester and later in Liverpool by Milap Fest, many times, and I kept on going to Chennai for training for a few months every year. There, I got the chance to develop a very special relationship with Pushpa Shankar, one of the first students of Rukmini Devi in Kalakshetra, and to study Carnatic vocal and Nattvangam with the wonderful Sitarama Sharma sir. And it was in the very special Temple of the Arts, Kalakshetra itself, that I had the opportunity to spend 15 months of training under the guidance of Pushpa teacher and Braga Besse, thanks to a scholarship from Milap Fest. That was a very important and beautiful adventure in my journey. Pushpa teacher for me is the embodiment of discipline and love, strictness and generosity, and above all, devotion to the art form. In the last few years, I started training and collaborating at various levels with Accademia Sangam, directed in Milan by Lucrezia Maniscotti. A very passionate teacher and beautiful performer, Lucrezia deeply inspired me to progress in my journey, offering me countless opportunities to teach, perform, challenge myself, and grow. With her, I also got the chance to attend regular workshops with the amazing guest faculty, Mevin Ko, Ranjit and Vijna. I look up at these magnificent artists as at Himalayan mountain peaks or at the stars, so beautiful and unreachable, but firm reference points that enlighten and guide my search. Alain Danielou, a French scholar of traditional Indian music and culture, in his book The Way to the Labyrinth, says something that deeply resonates with my life choices. We need to surrender to the mysterious forces that live within us and that inspire us to choose something apparently absurd that become our reason to be and to fulfill our true purpose in life.